Hi everyone, it's Radhika. Welcome back to DataZard. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, then please do subscribe as I don't want you to miss out on any future videos. Today we're going to be solving Workout Wednesday 2022 Week 8 challenge and we will be creating this Gantt chart. So without further ado, let's jump into our Power BI desktop. I am solving the not so quick mode from this challenge. And for that, I'm following the same steps that are provided in the challenge. First step was to import data, and then second was to create the date table. It is already there in the sample file. That's why I'm not creating that. Then we need to create a matrix visual from the visualization pane. So for that, I will go to this matrix visual. And when I select it, it gets automatically created. In this matrix visual, we need project category and project name. So I will go to projects and in here, I will select project category in rows and then project, which is the project name in rows. And then in columns, we need year, quarter and month. So let's go to date table and in here get the year, then quarter and then the month, which is month in calendar. Now the next step is we need to create a measure that displays the text character pipe for today's date and blank elsewhere. To do this, I'm going to create a new set of tables and I'll call this key measures and click on load. As this challenge was done in 2022, the references to dates are for 2022. And if I try to do it right now, we might not get the exact visual as there is the challenge. That's why I'm going to create a new measure, which is going to store the date on which this challenge was given. And we're going to use this date as today's date instead of using today function. To do that, I will right click on key measures and select new measure. I will call this today date and I'm going to use this date function and give 2022 as the year, February as the month and 23rd of February as the date. And this will give us 23rd February 2022 as the date, which we are going to use as today's date. Now, I'll again right click and click on new measure and create the measure to display the pipe symbol that is given in the challenge. So I will call this display pipe. That will be equal to if the today date is less than or equal to minimum of the date table date and today's date is greater than equal to max of date table date. If this is the case, then we want to show this pipe symbol. Otherwise, we want to show this blank data and I'll close the brackets. Now let us get this measure into values and I did this in the other way around. So this should be greater than and less than. And now when we bring this measure here, it gives us the right data. So we can see our date was in 2022. That's why 2022 dates have pipe. And that's why we had to use minimum of date and maximum of date. As we might be dealing with months, quarters, or year, not just the date itself. Now, when we do that, we don't want these row totals and column subtotals. So I'll go into formatting pane and turn off column subtotals and row subtotals. Now we need to create another measure that will mark the start and end of a project. So for that, I'll again right click on key measures and create new measure. And I will call this mark start and end date. And this will be equal to, we need to create some variables. So for first variable, I'll name this as start date of project, as we need to know what is the start date of any project. That would be equal to minimum of project start date. And then we need another variable, which is end date of project. That will be equal to maximum of end date. The reason why we are doing This is because if we go back to data, let's just write a return 0 for now. In here we are having a hierarchy. Either there is a project name or there is project category. If we are in project name, then this will obviously have just one start date and one end date. But if we are dealing with project category like in digital intelligence, then we have multiple projects in digital intelligence. Each will have its own start date and end date. So we want to capture which amongst all of these projects, which project has the least start date and which project has the max start date, so that digital intelligence will have the right data against it, and similarly for all the other project categories. So that's why I had to do minimum and maximum here. Now there is a simple logic that we need to write, which is if the maximum of date shown in the date table is greater than equal to the start date of project, and if the minimum of date in the date table is less than equal to end date of project, then we need to show 1, otherwise we need to show 0. To create another measure so that we can give different colors to different stages of the project. So for that, I'll again right click on key measures and create new measure. I will call this colors, and we're going to use switch function here. So I'm not, I'm doing one mistake here, so that I can show you how to fix it. So first I'll say switch true when my minimum of project stage, because all project stages would be same, so we can choose any project stage. So when the project stage is equal to ideate, then we want, let's say, red color. We can change the colors later on. When the minimum of project stage is equal to plan, then it is blue. And when the minimum of project stage is equal to execute, then we want green color. Now when I bring this in the conditional formatting for this visual, so let's go to format, cell elements, and we want to change the display pipe background color. So I'll turn on the background color. We want it by field value, which is colors, and we click on OK. Then if you see here, all the stages are red, then green. It's showing for all of the years. So what we need to do is we need to do if our mark start and end date is equal to 1, then only show this, otherwise don't show anything, so that we only show this for the particular period when the project started and when it ends, not for not for all the years. Now I will quickly change these colors. So let's bring the colors measure back, and I'm going to choose for ideate this color, for plan this blue color, and for execute this blue color. And we need to put hash in front of all of this because these are hexadecimal numbers. And now let's just drill down on rows and then for the columns as well. And let's bring the date slicer here. So I'll get the slicer and put the date here. We can bring in data from 2020 to 2024. Now the last part is to show what color represents which stage, and for that I'm going to get a table visual. So I'll go into the build section and get a table. In here from projects, I'll get the project stage, and we need another measure to show the square icon, and for that I'll create the measure in the key measures table. I will call this measure as square, and I'm just going to give an empty string here. Now I'll bring this square in this table, And then we need to do conditional formatting. So I'll select square here and then turn on the background. And we need to choose this by project stage. So I'll find the project stage. So format style is rules. And when the project stage is equal to ideate, then we want the color that we have chosen for ideate, which is this one. I'm adding two other rules for plan and execute. For plan, the color is this one, and for stage execute, we have this color. And I'll click on OK. Now this is how we have shown the legend. I can just decrease the size from here. So we can put this to white. And for the grid also, we can choose the border option as white so that this line is also gone. We don't want the subtotals as well. So I'll go into totals and turn off the values. And to get equal size, we can just create a measure here. Call it number that will be equal to whatever width we want to get. And then we are going to bring this in this table. So I'll get number in values. And now we can go into column headers and go into options and turn off the auto width. And then I'm going to remove the number. And when I do that, all our squares are of equal sizes. And this is how the final visual will look like. I hope you've learned something new from this one. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next one.